nerds watching all over the internet. It's Friday night, Friday the 13th to be exact. Oh, but we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. You see, it's excitement, not panic. Just because Fridays happen to be on the 13th, that's just a coincidence. Folks, we're here for another exciting Friday night to talk about all the great things happening in the world of professional wrestling. We're talking matches, segments, title changes, incredible wrestling icons making their returns, and much, much more. Guiding you on a journey is your host. I am Jose Casabona. I am also the host of the #1 show on our channel, The Ravens Flock, and today I have discovered that there are two terms that I really despise in the current wrestling discourse. One of them is when wrestling fans and folks at WWE use the term cinema. They've overused it and overplayed it since 2024. Yes, I understand. The whole bloodline shtick, the whole Cody Rhodes story was awesome, but please stop abusing the word cinema.
Let it stay in the past, just like the ending of WrestleMania Endgame.
And another terminology that I hate on the other side of the coin is sickos.
No. That's actually got to stick around, I'm afraid to say. Because there's sickos and there's wackos in the terms of pro wrestling fans. Wackos are specifically to denote obsessive, tribalistic WWE fans, whereas sickos are obsessive, tribalistic AEW fans.
Just because Tony Khan said it, that doesn't make it cool.
No, but they're owning it and they think it's cool, and that's what makes it uncool.
Ugh. And of course, joining me behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my typewriter for Wrestle Wrewind, the man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on this channel every single week. A man who is not afraid of Friday the 13th. Mr. Juan Rouse.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the Mister. And just to show you how unafraid of Friday the 13th I am, back in our halcyon days when we used to work at a tiny pro wrestling promotion where I was the general manager, I announced the beginning of our North American Championship tournament on a Friday the 13th. I cut a cool promo on it too, saying fuck Friday the 13th and fuck superstition, we make our own luck. And the one who makes his own luck best will become the new champion. I was a badass like that.
That was a really cool promo.
Yes, it was. I was there. I know.
All right, folks, like all our other shows, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. So make sure you hit the subscribe and the follow button. Click that notification bell for all our content. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. And for $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you're here to help rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard, staying strong, making your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way now is the fact that we have to work 9-to-5 jobs just to keep the lights on. However, there is a way that you can help us defeat and fight back against this, avoid this dim and dismal fate, and that's by doing what you find folks at home do best: supporting the Ravens Flock by liking our content, commenting both during and after the stream, especially after the stream, because that lets the algorithm know that you like what you see and you want other people to see what you like. Also, also sharing our content across social media to all your friends, family, loved ones, and everyone you know who has an affinity for geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. And most importantly, making sure that you and everyone you come across are subscribed to the Ravens Flock and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all the alerts so you never miss a beat. The more people you refer us to, the more subscribers we get. The more subscribers we get, the more inner flockers come out of it, and before you know it, we'll be completely self-sustaining to the point where we're no longer just doing this channel for the love of the game, but also as our livelihood. With your help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discounts to our merch store, link in the description below, and you get access to all of us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley core nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Hey up, I see here Mr. Quake's in the chat. He's chatting it up over here.
Hello, Mr. Quake. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
Say for any newcomers and for or the lurkers who don't really interact, or for anyone who just doesn't know what the hell they tuned into, what is it exactly that we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
Well, here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. All right, so we are still on the road heading to WrestleMania. AEW will be flying across the world to for their upcoming TV special, Grand Slam Australia. Might.
Crikey.
That's right.
So Kyle Fletcher's got to look strong, and
there's a lot of
Tony Storm's got to look strong,
and don't forget Harley Cameron.
Yeah, but
she's got to look sweet.
Here's the thing.
What?
Everyone forgets about Harley Cameron, which is bullshit because she's so underrated.
I know. Now WWE, of course, they're trying to put things in motion for as far as NXT is concerned, and TNA is about to host their pay-per-view event tonight. Right now. But of course, in the interest of fairness, I do have to say this right now, since we can no longer watch WWE PLVs on Peacock, looking at you, TKO. In the interest of fairness, we are going to not cover any of the main event pay-per-views from both WWE, AEW, and TNA.
And that's only because we literally can't do it for one on account of accessibility, so we can't really do it for the others.
Exactly, it wouldn't be fair.
Actually, you can still do it for the others because you don't watch the pay-per-views for AEW or TNA, so how is that any different from not being able to watch the ones for WWE? And yet you still cover the main events of those pay-per-views.
I managed to find ways around it.
Well, maybe you can manage to find a way around it for WWE.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, fucking think about it. Shoot. Put more than 2 seconds of thought into it. Shit. You've got a second brain cell. Make it work. Make it work for its rent.
Oh my god.
I know, I'm an asshole.
Yes, you are. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get to this week's edition of NXT. One, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, so here we go. Still riding on a huge high from last Tuesday. We open up this week's edition of NXT with an opening promo segment from the newly crowned NXT champion, the prestigious one.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
That is right, man. It is 2026, and we're talking about Joe Hendry, not only officially a WWE superstar, but as NXT champion.
At long last, the prophecy has been fulfilled.
Hells yeah, man. You know what? And he cut an incredible babyface promo. He highlighted all the great things that's been happening to him since this partnership has started. He talked about him being in the Royal Rumble, him wrestling on NXT for the first time.
Yay.
He talked about how he got a spot over in WrestleMania, which half of the folks liked it, and half of the folks think they made TNA look weak. But who cares?
Who cares what they think? He had fun. He can say, I am representing TNA wrestling at WrestleMania. So what if I don't go over on Randy Orton of all people? Looking at the size and the dimensions of these guys in terms of their viability, in terms of them actually having a proper one-on-one duke 'em out between the two, one would be hard pressed to say that unless Joe Hendry was a little bit wilier, he was a little bit more crafty, there's no flippin' way that he could go up against the Legend Killer, the Viper, the master of the RKO.
Plus, that match was completely impromptu. They had to put it together last minute.
It was literally just an improv. It's not the end of the universe.
But nevertheless, Joe Hendry is having a wonderful time, but unfortunately, every party has a pooper, and that's why we invited the Vanity Project.
Oh boy, not these freaking zygotes here, Jesus Christ.
Zygotes.
No, they look like they came out of freaking, they look like they came out of that one fucking high school down the road over here.
I know.
Literally, they look like high school boys. They look like babies, for crying out loud.
These youngsters, of course, interrupt Joe Hendry and all the proceedings. Pretty much reminding Joe Hendry that he's not the biggest star in NXT, and they also mentioned that they were the ones who ambushed Joe Hendry backstage before the ladder match last week, weakening, diminishing his chances of winning.
Oh no! So they're taking responsibility. They're claiming responsibility for sabotaging the prestigious one, and yet he's still WWE champ. He's still the NXT champion, bitch.
Yep.
So y'all motherfuckers aren't even on the totem pole. So y'all could just shut the fuck up then. That's what you kids need to be doing is shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
They look like
That's right.
They look like a trio of poles, nonetheless.
Why does the blonde boy look like that one referee's clone?
Charles Robinson.
That's the one.
But nevertheless, the WWE Evolve champion, Jackson Drake, the leader of the group, has challenged Joe Hendry to a one-on-one contest for the NXT title, and Joe Hendry says that match is on. He said in this word, "Since you are brave enough to admit that you attacked me, I am brave enough to put my title on the line and defeat you."
Yay!
But unfortunately, this promo segment ended not so favorably for our babyface hero. Joe Hendry tried to fight against the odds, but the numbers game was too much for him, and the Vanity Project ended the opening promo segment standing tall over the prestigious
beating him
champion.
up.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to keep saying standing tall. You say that all the time.
And speaking of bodily dimensions, like, dang, man, like, 3 skinny guys beating up on this big dude that is Joe Hendry.
What's his face? Baby Charles Robinson over here, fucking, looks like he's broader than the other two. I'm guessing he would be, like, the muscle of the group.
I wouldn't exactly call him.
I know they're all
Let me. You talked over me.
I wasn't trying to talk over you. I just realized the muscle of the group, and yet all 3 of these guys are muscly. I mean that this one guy looks beefier than the other 2. Jesus, my brain. Wasn't trying to talk over you. You can unclench. It's okay.
Anyway, so no, there isn't a specific muscle in the group. Brad Baylor, he's just a little more lean than the other guys. So he's a little more cut than they are.
Not Brad Baylor, the Evolved champion. I'm talking about...
Jackson Drake is the Evolved champion.
Oh, my bad.
Brad Baylor is the Charles Robinson clone.
Okay, my bad. You see, both of these, like, all 3 of these boys, I don't fucking know who they are. You want me to fucking memorize them and respect them as people? Like, are you fucking kidding me?
What do you think I'm here?
Yeah, good point.
All right, so let's go ahead and get to it because the exciting match happens to be the aforementioned NXT Championship Challenge.
Seriously? We're just going to jump right into it.
That's right. And I'm a little disappointed because this match wasn't even the semi-main event. It was put in the middle, but it's still fine nonetheless. Joe Hendry, of course, defends the NXT Championship against Jackson Drake. And no, it is not a champion for champion title. It is not winner takes all. That would have been hilarious, but it's okay. Like, for the NXT title, that's fine. So, as the match starts, Jackson Drake immediately pulls the trigger and goes for the offensive in the first couple of seconds. He immediately drop kicks him up front and starts attacking him as he's on the ground. But Joe Hendry was...
Pal.
Yeah, I know.
No, like, who's attacking what, pal?
Jackson Drake immediately starts attacking Joe Hendry right off the bat and starts going to work on him. But Joe Hendry was able to kick out after 2. Yep, right here you see a little bit like Jackson Drake, an incredible technical wrestler. That's actually the the strength of all 3 of these guys. They work as a unit. And they also, especially in tag team action, and their wrestling game is more technical based.
Let me look in the chat before we continue over here. Mr. Quake saying, sorry, Ava, for everything. Vanity Project looks like pretty boys. Jackson Drake is leaner. Oh, I see it because of the fucking thing with...
the dude looks like a Backstreet Boy singer.
Yeah, they
all look like boy band singers. And Joe Hendry, having enough of these Backstreet Boys wannabes, grabs... actually... He did a really cool rebound move. Like, Jackson Drake went for the ground moonsault, and then Joe Hendry used that momentum against him, rolled over, and did an incredible fallaway slam right over here before he did that trademark camera zoom.
Yay!
But
of course he came back.
Yeah. But, of course, the other boys of the Vanity Project kept getting involved, so the referee has declared that the other boys are ejected from the arena.
Yeah.
Ah! It's that moment where all the boys are floundering and they're like, what?
What? How dare you? This is ridiculous. What is even? What's a bylaw?
What's a bylaw? Look at me. I'm over here. What's a bylaw? Look at me. We're over here sweating up like a bunch of monkeys.
I didn't say what's going up. What's going down? No.
Man.
Dodgeball.
I know. It's such a good movie. Anyways, as we get closer to the end of the match, Jackson Drake, despite having the odds even against, much to his dismay, still kept the pressure on Joe Hendry, hitting him with a series of German suplexes and keeping the champ down until the champion was able to hit a comeback and eventually slamming Jackson Drake in the middle of the ring with the standing ovation to pin and retain. Your winner, and still the NXT champion, Joe Hendry. However, not everybody can wave their hands in celebration because out comes another party pooper, and this time we invited absolute Ricky Saints.
No, the nerve! He jumped the champion.
It's such
a heel thing to do.
He jumped the champion, hitting him with a spinning tornado DDT, and took the title to pose above over his carcass.
No, the dastardly fiend! How dare he?
Although, in my opinion, if he really wanted to make a big impact, he could have hit the Rochambeau. But what do I know?
Spinning DDT is much more dynamic than the Rochambeau.
Fair. Wancho, your thoughts on the championship match?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this works. This works for me.
Of course. And Joe Hendry, of course, being the babyface, being the good guy, he's going to be he's a fighting champion, so he'll take any challenger, anytime, anywhere.
And just like Vegeta's mom, he'll take on all comers.
Oh,
damn. Why do you take your shirt off?
All right. Let's get over to the exciting segment of the night, albeit there is criticism involving this.
There's an asterisk on this one.
Yes.
A big, fat, giant ass asterisk. As a matter of fact, here's a fucking asterisk for you. Yeah. No, I said giant ass. What the hell? What part of giant ass asterisk?
Yeah, make it big, make it big. There we go. That's a very big asterisk, okay? Because this segment, while it's cool, needs to be discussed and needs to be scrutinized properly.
You see that? Giant asterisk. Boom.
It is both an appreciation and at the same time an indictment. Now,
let's rip the Band-Aid off.
NXT showed off a video package featuring Tatum Paxley, and Tatum Paxley in this video package talks about her rivalry and her story with Izzy Dame and the Culling. Now, of course, this whole video shows her drowning underwater, navigating through the deeps of the water, and they show shadows and silhouettes of members of the Culling, and they had other effects that were in this video, including
it was all metaphorical and CG animation stuff of how she feels like she's drowning, but at the same time, she also feels like she's rising out of the depths of the insecurities of living in the
shadows.
In the pretend world that she built up in her mind with Izzy Dame as her BFFFFF.
And she'll be arising as her own person.
She's her own master now.
And normally, I would say great things about this video. However, referring to the asterisk, the whole thing, and we've just discovered and confirmed, it is 100% AI slop.
It was very interestingly crafted. Unfortunately, very obvious AI-generated video.
God damn it!
Who the fuck was the person that they hired in from over to TKO to start fucking doing AI-generated content in there?
What, for music?
No, not for music, for the everything at TKO.
I don't know.
Fucking...
That's over on the business infrastructure. I don't know.
You don't know something about TKO in this household? Are you fucking nuts? Are you really Jose Casabona?
The only TKO I know is a TKO I might receive from K-Storm if I cross her the wrong way.
Listen, the fact of the matter is, TKO, in the middle of last year, had made a business announcement saying that they partnered up with some sort of AI fucking firm in order to explore how they can strategically implement AI generated content as part of their fucking productions, and
which I'm sure went over really well with the fans.
Oh no, the sickos jumped on it immediately, saying, "Oh, they're using ChatGPT to write the storylines." Like idiots don't fucking know how to tell shit apart.
God damn it! Like, and here's
yes, please.
And here's what bothers me about this. Like,
bok choy.
I'm not saying they have to go heavy on the video package like they did with Io Sky last year for her WrestleMania promo where she was underwater, but they could have come up with other ideas. I'm good. But they could have come up with other ideas instead of relying on AI generated material.
Like, Jose, you have to understand something important. This isn't Io Sky.
No, Wancho. I'm saying it doesn't have to be, but what I'm saying is some effort would have been appreciated.
Why should there be effort on the developmental brand, on the rookie brand, on the third brand? Joe, you're sorely underestimating just how little of a fuck these people give about NXT in terms of budget, in terms of fucking production viability. They have it on the CW. It's the only fucking channel on broadcast, like network broadcast television that they're on. SmackDown is about to move out of USA Network, right?
Temporarily, they're going over to Sci-Fi.
No, that's still cable TV.
See, I know. See, I can tell you don't like it, and I get your sarcasm, but fuck, I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I really don't like AI-generated stuff. In case that hasn't made it clear here on Wrestle Rewind, or on the Black Files, or on Los Amigos Play, or pretty much any other video here on this channel where we talked about AI-generated slop.
Fuck AI.
Pretty much. K-Storm agrees.
See?
Now, that being said, let's go ahead and move on over to the match of the night. Yep, we're going to go ahead and talk. And this match should have been awesome, and I don't like the finish of it. And it is the one-on-one contest, the face-off between Jada Parker and the Glamour Blake Monroe.
Okay. What happened?
So, Jada Parker made her return on NXT a couple of weeks ago, and she inserted herself into a rivalry against Blake Monroe. So these two gals finally got a chance to fight, and to their credit, they actually did. They actually put on a really solid match. Everything was going great. Everything was going awesome. When we got back from commercial break, Blake Monroe not only dominated during the match, but she also did her freaking like kick up a gesture that Jada Parker does and mocked her around. Jada Parker then turned the tables on her, hit a great comeback, and then hits the teardrop from the corner, and then she tries to run and go for the hypnotic, but Blake Monroe ducks out of the way, and then both ladies start running at ringside, and the match ends via double countout. The referee counts them both out to 10. The ladies are, and it's a shit finish. The fans didn't like it. The ladies kept on brawling until the other referees came by to break up those two.
What a ripoff!
The match was great. I don't like the double countout finish.
Jose, here's the thing. You know why they did that, right?
To keep them both from looking weak.
There you go.
Still, you could have had like 50-50, have one person go over one match and then book another match later, have the other person
50-50 booking, pal.
Actually, you have to say the Triple H voice because he's all about that.
It's 50-50 booking, pal.
Yeah, that. You nerd.
Let's see. The only AI I respect is Allen Iverson. Okay.
Hey, Philadelphia 76ers. I know who that guy is. I can't believe I know who that guy is. And I don't even watch basketball.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm sorry. I just don't like double countouts or double disqualifications or matches being thrown out like that because, like, you get people excited and something cool's gonna happen, and then I'll give you another example. Cody Rhodes versus Oba Femi at Saturday night's main event, and the match was thrown out because Drew McIntyre showed up and beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes.
It was a disqualification.
Yeah. And it sucked.
Via interference, that's doable, though.
And the fans hated it.
Yeah. And now look at it. Drew McIntyre is no longer a jobber. He's the Drew McIntyre, the champion. Remember?
I know.
Kind of important. It's called long-term storytelling, pal.
Yes. Long-term booking. In under Triple H's guise, because everything has to move in the pace of a tortoise.
Well,
Fair.
It's better to take your time than rush into it. Last thing you want is to have the ending come too early.
Fair. I'll give you that, but I will also disagree with you because sometimes it works. Sometimes it... Fuck you. Move on to the next segment! You son of a bitch!
This is what happens when you don't pay attention. Giggity.
Here I am as a little fly, and I flew right into Juan's fucking innuendo of a web.
Yes, come little spider. Come little fly. Walk into my web. I promise you'll be having something to...
All right. Well, let's see. We've seen guy promo. We've seen male singles promo trains. We've seen women's promo trains. Hey, why don't we do a tag team promo train while we're at it?
I'm sorry, what?
It's a promo train. It starts off with the entire faction of Dark State. How they're declaring that they're going after Joe Hendry for the NXT title, and they're also declaring their intentions to stop Tony D'Angelo's path of vengeance. And then they were interrupted by the culling. Sean Spears got on the mic, and to Sean Spears' credit, he's great at promos. He's a man of experience. He's got more experience than all those guys out there, and he got a really great promo saying how Dark State likes to operate by dividing and conquering. They take their time and they like to calculate before they move in for the kill, and so. Trust me, it sounds a lot better coming up from the Perfect 10 than coming from the Perfect 1.
Then who's this one?
Oh, yeah. And then the OTM tag team, Bronco Nima and Lucien Price, show up in opposite sides of the audience instead of showing up together. Like, each of them have their own mic, and they were talking trash, and the camera was going back to back, and that was kind of weird. Yeah.
Fuck?
What the fuck? Jesus. And then after that, we get Hank and Tank showing up, and they're fired up, and they want a piece of the NXT tag titles. And before the fans get any sort of delight out of a possible Pure 6 brawl, spoiler alert, never happened. The lights cut out, and here comes Tony D'Angelo, the man who's on a path of vengeance. He's his own man now, and he's coming for his pound of flesh.
That's right there, buddy. He's handling business by himself. He's going back to his roots. Ain't nobody gonna be messing with this gabagool right over here. Boppity boopy! Bippity boopity bop! Boppity boopy! Fuck! Ding! Boopity bop!
Oh no, I'm being bopped by the boopity.
Fucking bop!
Stop. Thank goodness Tony Angelo stopped the fucking promo train, because that was literally the exciting part of that whole segment, is when Tony D'Angelo destroyed Dark State in the middle of the ring.
Good Lord. All right, Tony, shut these fuckers up, will you?
Thank you. God, I hate promo trains.
God almighty.
All right. Now, before we talk about the main event, let's go ahead and talk about this week's honorable mention from this edition of NXT. And this honorable mention goes to the one-on-one contest between Eli Drake,
Yeah.
and of course...
Eli. Oh, yeah, Eli.
Oh, no, hang on, Meg. You know what? Let me try something different. With Josh Briggs versus Eli Drake. Yeah. There we go. Jeff Bridges, bitch. So anyways, this was another round in the WWE Speed Tournament. And of course, this went nearly a little over 2 minutes. Quick match, of course, but predictably, Josh Briggs was the one that was counting the lights with Eli Knight, finishing him off and advancing into tournament finals. So so now it'll be Super Shawn Legacy versus Eli Knight. Yeah. Who will be facing off, and whoever wins challenges Jasper Troy for the WWE Men's Speed title.
All right.
As for Josh Briggs, well, Josh, we'll let you know when it's time for you to pack up and be on your merry way.
Beat it.
Unless something happens.
Nah.
Something needs to give, brah. All right. Now let's get...
As in, I'm not going to give a shit.
Like, yes, he's a big, strong guy. There are plenty of big, strong guys in WWE. You gotta give us something else. We need something else from you, man. You gotta make us...
Tell you something, dog. It's what's going on here, dog. He's gonna be fired, dog.
Booker T. Also voted worst commentator of the year by Wrestling Observer Newsletter.
For what that's worth.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't Brian Alvarez or Belcher that voted. It was the fans of the Wrestling Observer.
Yeah,
so blame them.
How often does Brian fucking Alvarez piss and moan about NXT?
24/7.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
now he can't do it as much because Ava's not there for him to beat up verbally.
I know, right? Now let's talk about the main event, because now the women get a chance to take center stage as the team of Zaruka, Sol Ruka, and Zarya take on the team of the WWE Women's Evolve Champion Kendall Gray and Ren Sinclair. This match was set up last week by the interim NXT General Manager Robert Stone, and this one has an incredible stipulation. Whoever from the team scores the pinfall will become the #1 contender to the NXT Women's title.
So Kendall Gray and Ren Sinclair only have enough incentive to properly work together as a team, and up until the point of who gets to claim the W.
Exactly. And as for Zaruka, well, we've already seen the cracks in their veneer.
And one question. It doesn't matter if they pin Zarya or Sol Ruka?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who they pin. But if the person scores the pinfall, they're the #1 contender.
Mm.
Yeah, and because WWE love to tease breakups, they've been doing it so long now between Sol Ruka and Zarya, from miscalculated moves in the ring, hitting each other with moves in the ring, to showing backstage fights between the two. Like, they're moving at a very slow pace, and this is the opposite side of the coin of long-term booking. Like I said, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work.
It works until it doesn't.
Exactly. Now, that being said, the match was fantastic. Of course, Kendall Gray and Ren Sinclair show off their incredible combined strength and tag team chemistry as they hit an incredible double suplex on the strong powerhouse that is Zarya. And yes, of course, Zarya and Sol Ruka once again show they can't get along with each other until they show small instances where they do get along with each other. Hitting a double elbow drop onto Ren Sinclair before Sol Ruka continues the match into in the main event.
Hang on, did they forget that they're mad at each other or something?
For 5 seconds they did. But here's the thing. Every time Sol Ruka goes for a pinfall, Zarya pulls Sol out of the pinfall because she wants that win, not her.
Wait. Hold the fucking phone. The whole whoever scores the pin is the number one contender thing. Did Robert Stone fucking do that to fucking also apply if Zarya is the one who wins the match for her side?
Yes.
No fucking wonder!
Oh, boy.
So if Sol takes gains the win for her team, no one challenges her. If Zarya is the one who takes the win, Zarya becomes the number one contender.
Yeah, no. If Zarya gets the win, she's number one contender. If Sol gets the win, she's number one contender. Does that make any sense?
Sol's already the NXT.
No, she's not a number one contender.
Wait. Oh yeah. Oh.
The NXT Women's...
I misunderstood. My brain farted because I saw Kendall Gray's Evolve Women's Championship and my brain farted. Okay, never mind. Now I get it. Please continue.
It's okay. Go ahead and show off more pictures while you enjoy that delicious bok choy. I'll be eating it just a bit. Now, that being said, continuing with the main event as we got back from commercial break. Yep. Kendall Gray shows off her high-flying ability and wipes out Team Zaruka with an incredible moonsault. The fans are loving Kendall Gray right now. She's getting a much bigger babyface pop than Sol Ruka. Chew on that for a minute.
Okay. Actually, maybe don't chew on that for a minute. Only because now I know that she landed her moonsault. Otherwise, none of these women would be alive right now. But this camera angle, if you didn't know better about depth perception, wouldn't this camera angle kind of look as if Kendall Gray was moonsaulting past Zarya to like Zarya's left side, and it looks as if she's going to like pancake right in the fucking ground? But thankfully, thank God for depth perception, I could tell that that's not what ended up happening with Kendall Gray.
No. I understand what you're saying, and this picture can be very misleading. Thanks, WWE. But I did see the match. Thankfully, none of that bocce bullshit happened with this spot.
Yay, no bocce bullshit.
Yay! All right, let's go ahead and continue. So, as we continue discussing the main event, here we go.
Oh shit.
Zarya's tagged in, and Zarya tags herself in, and she unloads on both Kendall Gray and Ren Sinclair with a series of power moves. Incredible big boots. She also hits a spear on one of the tag partners. Everything's going great. Everything's going awesome. And then Sol Ruka tags herself in. She tries to go for another pin, and Zarya pulls her out again.
This does not bode well for Zaruka.
In the final moments of the match, yes, Kendall Gray locks in her signature cross arm bar, trying to force Zarya to tap out, but Sol Ruka was able to break up the submission hold. And then in the final seconds of the match, with Zarya rolling out of the ring to recover, Sol Ruka was able to pick up the victory. Yeah, go ahead. Sol Ruka was able to pick up the victory, and Zarya was flabbergasted. Your winner and number one contender, Sol Ruka. And then the show closes off with Sol Ruka having a stare down with the NXT Women's Champion, JC Jane. And
Zarya in the background, all fucking always the bridesmaid, never the bride kind of bullshit.
Pretty much. So, so Zarya's going to cost Sol Ruka the championship.
Yeah. I can see that coming.
Like, God, WWE, you're not trying to hide shit. Jesus.
What on earth told you that they were trying to hide shit? I
don't know, man. I'm just tired of them going so slow with this shit.
But today you said you wanted to be long and slow. Oh, wait. No, I forgot. You like your endings to come fast.
Shut up! I'm eating, damn it!
Not my fault you're a minute man. Ho! Ow. Worth it.
Asshole, I run marathons, not sprints.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. What's your cell phone carrier again?
Shut up. All right. So that being said, fuck, I lost my. Actually, no. You know what this whole story reminds me of?
What?
The whole teasing of the Shield breakup again in 2018, and they dragged out They dragged out Moxley breaking up with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns up so long, and it was so boring. And then on the night of Monday Night Raw, where Roman Reigns had to relinquish the Universal title due to his leukemia diagnosis, that's when they decided to pull the trigger on Moxley turning on Seth Rollins.
And that was just shit timing.
Very, very shit timing. It's stupid. Anyways.
Nice going.
All right, now let's go over to this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Light the fuse, hit the boom, dynamite.
Oh, yeah. We're starting things off white hot, baby. These two guys who clearly have some animosity and some animosity to work through finally get a chance to talk it out in the middle of the ring, but moderated by Tony Schiavone. It's a
You mean the living mic stand?
Yeah, him. It is Kenny Omega face to face with Swerve Strickland.
Yay. Okay, so pray tell, what does Kenny Olivier and Mr. Home Invasion fucking, what are these two gonna
So first of all,
joust about?
Swerve got on the mic first. The whole crux of this whole animosity between the two is that Swerve Strickland, he's been busting his ass in AEW and staying strong as a top star in the company, while Kenny Omega, the only time we ever see him, Kenny Omega spends most of his time either being suspended or being sidelined due to some sort of medical issue. And then he accused Kenny Omega of using his EVP pull to insert himself into the main event picture for the AEW World title.
Wait, remind me. Wasn't it Swerve and what's his face?
Will Ospreay?
Yeah, Will Ospreay, who took away the EVP powers from the Young Bucks?
That's right. And he mentioned it. He says oh yeah, you better be careful because I don't play well with EVPs, and he referenced All In. He referenced All In where he took out the Young Bucks.
Will Ospreay
without mentioning the Young Bucks by name.
Okay, one question.
What's up?
Doesn't that mean that Swerve and Ospreay have those EVP powers now?
No.
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 Now all the powers go to Tony Khan.
The best guy is Tony Khan.
Now, of course,
okay.
Kenny Omega, not want to take this one sitting down, had his own retort, stating that he is that he doesn't call himself a wrestling god. Fans have been calling him a wrestling god, and he just pretty much and it's up to the fans of what they chant for, not him. And let's see. And he also respects Swerve Strickland, but he also blames Swerve for costing him his match against Andrade a couple of weeks ago. If it wasn't for Swerve, he would be the one. Going to Grand Slam Australia and not Andrade. So both these guys finally agreed to face each other off one-on-one match next week on Dynamite, and then Kenny Omega, and then the whole segment ends with Kenny Omega slapping Swerve in the face, and these two have their pull apart.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Swerve is accusing Kenny Omega of, using politics.
Of using his stroke.
Using his stroke. And whereas Kenny Omega pretty much just reminding him, no, dude, that's not it. This is my last run. Not saying it in those words, but he's obviously
alluding to it. I mean, fucking come on. He's broke down as fuck.
Exactly. So I'm looking forward to this. Kenny Omega versus Swerve Strickland. That match is going to be fucking awesome.
It's going to be great.
Of course. Now let's get over to the exciting match of the night. And honestly, this match took my fucking breath away. I enjoyed it. But, however, I have to attach another asterisk to this goddamn match.
More asterisk? I mean, come the fuck on.
More asterisk, Quancho! Asterisk power!
Alright, fucking asterisk power activate. Bomb, bomb, bomb.
You see this? You see this asterisk that's right above K-Storm? We're going to bring that asterisk up soon. All right. So anyways, the exciting match of the night that we're going to talk about is the in-ring AEW Dynamite debut of Tommaso Ciampa, who is defending the TNT Championship against the former TNT champion, Kyle Fletcher of the Don Callis family.
Oh boy, here we go.
So let me first preface it by saying this. Tommaso Ciampa won the TNT title against Mark Briscoe 2 Saturdays ago on Collision, and he's held the title for 11 days. Keep that in mind. That being said, this match was an incredible wrestling classic, starting off with Tommaso Ciampa, of course, getting the early offense in, and he, as he tries, this happened in the middle of it, but before that, Tommaso Ciampa got in the earlier offense in, and he hits what's his face, Kyle Fletcher with a series of signature moves in the middle of the ring before they take the fight at ringside. And Tommaso Ciampa whips Kyle Fletcher to one side of the barricade, one side of the ringside, and attacks him. And then he spent a little too much time taunting Don Callis, who was on commentary, because of course he was. And he missed his shot, and Kyle Fletcher immediately nailed Tommaso Ciampa with a German suplex at ringside before rolling him back into the ring. And then when we get back into the ring, Kyle Fletcher takes over, hits a pile driver on Tommaso Ciampa, but Ciampa was able to kick out after 2. And then we see in other brilliant spots happening in the ring. Tommaso Ciampa hits the air raid siren bomb onto Kyle Fletcher on the steel steps. Oh, yeah.
Take that, pretty boy.
Exactly. Yeah, take that, you little twink.
No. He ain't no twink. Kyle Fletcher has the height and build of a pretty boy. There's a difference between a pretty boy and a twink.
Yeah, you're right. Vanity Project is a trio of twinks.
There you go. You see, they're smaller in frame. They're lighter in build. They're lean, but they're not as buff as Kyle Fletcher. Kyle is taller. He's buffer. He has a much more of a domineering presence. See, there's a difference between a buff boy and a twink.
Okay. Thank you for that lesson.
Cool.
Let's move on.
The more you learn.
All right. So, getting back into as the match continues on, the clock is still ticking. We only got 10 minutes left into the match.
Wait, it's a timed match?
Every match in AEW is a timed match. How do you not know this? Tommaso Ciampa goes for the running knee, which is his main finishing move that he's been using a lot, but Kyle Fletcher was able to kick out after 2. Kyle Fletcher, of course, also hit a spinning Michinoku driver, and he tries to hit the brain buster, but Tommaso Ciampa was able to kick out. And then Tommaso Ciampa rallies back up. He goes for another running knee. Kyle kicks out after 2, and in the final seconds of the match, Kyle Fletcher hits another brain buster, pins, and wins. Your winner, and once again, AEW TNT champion, Kyle Fletcher.
Just in time for Grand Slam Australia.
Oh yeah, because after the match, Kyle Fletcher had a post-match interview with Renee Paquette, and he was interrupted by the other... Yeah, there he is. He's in the ring. In his promo, he doesn't even acknowledge Tommaso Ciampa as his hardest opponent, which, ow. And then he was interrupted by Mark Briscoe, who shows up and challenges Kyle Fletcher to a ladder match at Grand Slam Australia this Saturday. And I'm going to say this will be the 7th time they wrestled each other. 7 times!
Already?
And Tommaso Ciampa was only champion for 11 days!
So 7 times as opposed to Ciampa's 11-day reign. Okay, cool. So when do I get my Slurpee? Fun with numbers!
I can't, honestly, I'm not gonna. I refuse to acknowledge that Tony's AEW booking, that Tony is inept when it comes to booking. I seriously think this was a calculated move to get the belt off Ciampa and give it to Kyle, because Kyle has to look good in front of his countrymen in Australia.
No, he doesn't. Do you know what would look good? If Kyle Fletcher won the championship in Australia. Also, Hassan, how's it going? Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. We're doing all right. Appreciate you joining us. We have bok choy. It's yummy. But no, if you want to make him look good, then you have him win the title over in Australia. It's not that fucking hard. You know that whole thing of delayed gratification?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, Jose, your desire for having fast resolutions and storylines gave us some Kyle Fletcher being the TNT champion now.
Yeah.
If it was smart, like me, then it would be booked for him to get it at Grand Slam Australia. Big celebration, confetti and everything. Hey, our man. And even if he is a heel, even if he is a bad guy, fucking, he would be the heel and a bad guy fucking winning in front of his peoples and all that shit.
Exactly. And this whole feud between Kyle and Mark Briscoe, which, by the way, I'm disappointed that they recycled it. They don't need a title for their feud. No title needed.
They don't need the feud. No, because they like the whole point of this shit is like, you know what would even work? Even if the expectation is that the fans and the crowd cheer for him, and if they don't, because remember, he's still a heel, he's still a bad guy, you know what he could do? He could turn on the fans! He could fucking turn on them like, you're supposed to be here for me! You're the worst! This is horrible! I'm glad I only come here once a year! I'm glad I only come here whenever we go to do a show in Australia, because every single one of you people are all disgusting, you're all hicks, you're all stupid. I'm the greatest thing to come out of Australia. And I don't fucking know. Then have Mark Briscoe fucking give this guy a fucking mandible claw wedgie up his ass or some shit. I don't fucking know. Turn it around to build the rivalry then. To build it up. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, and as for Tommaso Ciampa,
this way, you can have it both ways. And Ciampa has a little bit more of a respectable length to his TNT championship reign.
Exactly.
Love you too, honey. You can stop now.
Making fun of them.
Yeah. She was making fun of them. It's okay. It's okay.
Not you.
Okay,
Yeah, see?
Sorry, my bad.
It's all right. That being said, great wrestling match. I don't agree with the title change. I don't.
If it had to happen, it happened too early.
Exactly. Now let's get over to the exciting segment of the night, and this segment was actually very competent and pretty straightforward. We get back-to-back video packages. First, we get a video package with Andrade El Idolo, with, of course, his manager, Don Callis. And naturally, Don Callis is the one that does most of the talking because Andrade, unfortunately, can't speak English well enough to save his life.
It's true. The whole are they playing into the whole thing of him looking like he's a gigolo kind of shit?
No, they're not.
Faust even mentioning
No. He's not mentioning Gigolo, but he is mentioning that. But he did mention that. Yeah, he's a big Latino superstar. He's a big Latino star, and he's going to be the one. And he's going to be the one to take out Hangman Adam Page at Grand Slams as Saturday. Andrade got to say a few words in Spanish, which I forgot what he said, but at least they didn't have him try to force. At least they didn't force him to try and speak English
for too long.
And you know what? Andrade is doing much better in his second run in AEW. You know what I respect him for? I respect him for not getting on the bandwagon and complaining about WWE.
That's because he's a professional.
Yeah!
Yeah, no, he's a fucking professional. He knows not to fucking dump on the people that helped to give him the livelihood he's so comfortable with.
You hear that, Ricochet?
No, Twitter Ricky don't hear shit.
Now, of course, on the other side, we get a babyface video package from Hangman Adam Page. In this one, Hangman talked about how he was actually looking forward to facing Kenny Omega at Grand Slam Saturday, and it would be nice, a very close circle moment of him facing his former tag partner when they were tag team champions in 2020. But that's not going to happen, and he instead is going to be facing off Andrade El Idolo. Nevertheless, that's not going to deter from his course. He's still going to Grand Slam, and he's determined to defeat Andrade El Idolo to get back his AEW World Title.
All right, that's fine. And in the meantime, fucking wipe the floor with Andrade. What the fuck you want? And like fucking Kenny Olivier fucking do his thing with Swerve.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
And it's not as if like it's not like this is like the final retirement run of Kenny Omega. They're not billing it like that. They're not playing it up like that as if that was like the draw of the story with Kenny Omega. That's not like the focus.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's just so happens like, hey, no, we're pretty sure that he's gonna be trying to retire soon because he's broke down.
Exactly. Now that being said, I do want to pause the review for just a minute because while I like Hangman Adam Page in the ring, my opinion of him is kind of a little tattered because I discovered like a couple of weeks ago that like he took a photo and he's still close friends with Marty Scurll, who was canceled due to allegations against him during the Speaking Out movement in 2020. Yeah, like, buddy, maybe being public about the company you keep was not such a good idea.
Are there chicken nuggets, Zeven and Zeta? Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. I love Shasta.
Yay!
Cool, good for you.
I don't know what Shasta is, but that's cool.
Mm.
If you're new in this channel, please.
Shasta's the cola for the fucking juggalos, is a...
Oh, okay. But no, getting back to the subject, yeah, no. Marty Scurll was a wrestler.
Mordefago forced to Shasta. My bad.
All right. Marty Scurll was a wrestler who was part of the Bullet Club. He was in Ring of Honor until he was fired from the company in 2020 following allegations against him due to him having dirty interactions with a minor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yep, he's completely blackballed from the wrestling industry.
Blacklisted.
Blacklisted from the wrestling industry as a result. He's been kept under the radar. Hangman Adam Page recently surfaced with a photo with him, and I'm just thinking like, dude, why are you still in contact with this guy? God. Wancho, your thoughts on this?
Scurll is shit.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but if I were him, I would have no contact with any of the guys. Like, whether they did it or not, that's still to be determined. But, dude, if you have more than one person throwing accusations against you, that's not a good look for you.
No, not one bit.
Anyways, so let's go ahead and move on before we get over to the main and actually no, not the main event. Before we get I jumped the gun. I jumped the gun myself. Now let's talk about the match of the night.
You were trying to skip shit.
No,
How
I forgot. I got distracted.
You got distracted by skipping shit?
I got distracted by gross shit.
All right, well, here's other gross shit.
Here we go. It's a tag team match, playa.
Holla holla.
Featuring the team of Roderick Strong and freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Thank you. Versus the team of the Bullet Club, one half of the Bullet Club War Dogs, Clark Connors, and Daniel Garcia representing the Death Riders.
So the Dancing Fool and Bullet Club reject.
Pretty much. So
sorry, no, there's no club like the OG Bullet Club over here. I'm sorry, but the moment they lost Tama Tonga, Bullet Club just ain't hitting the way he used to. Fucking Inevitable Ace Austin and fucking Chris Bay are more Bullet Club than that. And where is Ace Austin? What's he doing?
He's in AEW.
Where in AEW?
Collision.
So nowhere. So fucking nowhere.
Fucking nowhere. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now there is a bit of a storytelling here with this match because Roderick Strong reluctantly joining forces with Orange Cassidy. He's still declaring that he's not part of the conglomeration, and I completely forgot that conglomeration was still a thing. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, no. The match was all right. The match was pretty solid. Orange Cassidy was getting worked over, and then when we got back from commercial break, Orange Cassidy was able to get some breathing room. He tried to tag in Roderick Strong, but then Roderick Strong walked away from his tag partner and walked away from the match altogether. because fuck this, I'm removing myself. Orange Cassidy was left to fight off against the rest of the team all by his lonesome until Clark Connors was jumped by Darby Allin at ringside with the referee's back turned, and Daniel Garcia tried to go in for his Dragon Tamer submission hold, but Orange Cassidy was able to roll up Daniel Garcia for the pin and the win. Your winner, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Thank you. I really didn't care for this match, and I really don't care for this not bromance or this trouble in paradise between Roderick Strong and the conglomeration. But thank goodness, a guardian angel descended upon the heavens and saved us with a very interesting post-match promo segment. Yes, folks, we are blessed by the appearance of Timeless Toni Storm. And look at her, this beautiful lady in red.
That looks more pinkish. Yeah, I'll just roll with it.
Thank you. So
Luther looks like unusually uncomfortable there. Is it just me, or like he looks a little constipated?
Maybe he's getting flashbacks from his deathmatch persona in 2019.
Wait, the fuck?
He's getting Vietnam. No way. He's looking over the other way. Like he's probably looking at a fan or something. Like, I see what you're doing. I don't like it,
but I see it.
So, anyways. Toni Storm gets on the mic, and she addresses her opponent, the Death Riders, Marina Shafir and Wheeler Yuta, specifically for their upcoming mixed tag team hair versus hair match at Grand Slam Australia. She calls Marina Shafir a world-class martial arsehole, which was funny. And she cuts down Marina Shafir in this half of the promo. But then she was interrupted by Wheeler Useless.
Oh, God.
And oh no, the Death Riders has struck a heavy blow because they kidnapped Mina Shirakawa.
No!
And Marina Shafir has her locked into Mother's Milk submission hold, which is a weird move. Why would you call it that? And then they cut a lock of Mina Shirakawa's hair. Oh no! That poor woman.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, and Mina Shirakawa was just left powerless to fight back.
Like, okay. Alright, couple things. You know, no.
Oh, good, I can eat.
Yeah.
Hot tag to one.
Get out of here. Ass cushion. Ass.
What are you complaining about? This was funny.
Ass cushion.
Go on.
Hi folks, Juan Arouse here, one of the heads of the Ravens flock, the tech guru of the team, host of the Black Files, and Jose's tag team partner here on Wrestle Rewind. Okay, I've got a couple problems with this. Number one, in case you can't tell by the way we cover them, we here at the Ravens flock don't really hold Wheeler Yuta in high regard. So, why the fuck would anyone feel, intimidated by him? Isn't the, like, you'd think that the actual hair versus hair or whatever, you would think that with the Death Riders being involved, Jon Moxley would be the one who would be fucking, like, leading the corral or whatever, and he would be like shouting in and fucking berating Mina, like, oh, you're part of what's horrible and gross with wrestling, blah, blah, whatever the fuck his original meaning for what it was with his Whitepool Combat Clan, whatever. But then again, I'm giving them too much credit. I'm giving way too much credit to a group of folks who, passionate though they may be, aren't able to keep their own stuff in line. Wheeler Yuta is not intimidating in any way, shape, or form. I don't care if he's actually in the match because of it being hair versus hair. I don't care. That's not the point. You can have fucking Wheeler Yuta holding Mina, and you can have him being the one to snip off the lock of her hair and all that, and you can have that. But he's not gonna be fucking intimidating. And yeah, that's number one. Number two, Mina Shafir, basically the mother's milk. Yeah, you see how she's got her basically pressed up against her non-existent boobas? That's why they call it mother's milk.
Yeah.
Get it? Because boobas. You know, the thing that the Maria Shafir doesn't have. If it weren't for the fact that Mina Shirakawa's whole persona is based on, like, the fact that she also does gravure modeling, and she goes out of her way to show off how voluptuous she is, and she goes out of her way to show how insanely hyper lesbo action / hyper bisexual power action she's like energy she radiates all over herself 24/7. Having this be the hold that subdues Mina Shirakawa rather than titillates her, rather than actually gets her worked up or gets her excited or gets her distracted, like the math ain't mathing. I'm sorry. It's like I'm going to neutralize an acid with a base. I'm going to neutralize this vinegar with baking soda. Yeah, that makes sense. But I'm going to instead neutralize this vinegar with more vinegar. No, you're just diluting vinegar. Like, you're using a move that is quote unquote sexualizable, unquote, to subdue the sexy wrestler. Am I overthinking this? Or am I making a little bit of sense? Is there some logic over here? Jose, who's eating off to the side because he hasn't gotten to eat his yummy dinner yet? Chew before you speak!
Oh, yeah.
I refuse to share online time with somebody who doesn't have any manners. Good. Your mouth is clear. By all means.
You're thinking too much.
That's because your ass doesn't think enough. I gotta think too much. It's my job to think too much.
It's a bad heel move from a bunch of guys you're not supposed to like.
No, it's not even a bad heel move. It's a fucking applied heel move. Yes, it's like the heel move itself is dastardly. Oh, well, like my hetero life mate / possible girlfriend / possible love partner of like Mina Shirakawa. She's been abducted, and she's been brutalized by the Death Riders, and she's been beat up by Maria Shafir, and they're taking a lock of her hair as a trophy. And like, no, that is an actual good move in terms of playing it out. But include Moxley in that shit. That would, I know, go fucking figure. I'm rooting for the goddamn deathmatch plumber. Go fucking figure.
Moxley has other problems.
I don't care if Moxley has other problems. He's in the building. He's got time. It's not as if he's busy at that moment. You underestimate Jon Moxley. You don't think he can multitask. You don't think that he can lead his group in a terroristic campaign against Australia's own timeless Tony Storm and in an upcoming tag match in order to demoralize her.
Actually, you know what? I should have mentioned this earlier.
And prepare for his own match.
I should have mentioned this earlier, and this might piss you off.
I don't think anyone can hear you.
Jon Moxley was on commentary during the tag match, and he pretty much didn't do anything to get involved in this post-match angle.
That makes it worse! It's like I don't give a fuck what you guys do, or I'm not gonna fucking personally invest in this nonsense or in this garbage. If your team's leader isn't fucking ingratiating himself to you or giving you his fucking tacit approval or whatever, even if it's nonverbal, even if he's just like standing there and like nodding, like, yes, that's what I want to see. Yeah, like, is it because of this whole, John Moxley's now the fucking the Continental Champion and he's trying to be a babyface thing? Is that what's going on? Okay, fine, not Moxley. Fucking Claudio. Claudio isn't doing fucking anything. You can't tell me Claudio was busy. Huh? Was he busy?
He wrestled earlier in the trio. He wrestled earlier in the trios match with Moxley, which I will be talking about in a bit.
Oh, so he wrestled a little earlier. Oh no! As if he, pray, the telly is saying, pray it isn't so. That Claudio Castagnoli, the Swiss Superman, can't catch a breather and help be a bad guy at the same time. Either Claudio or Moxley. Cause Wheeler fucking Yuta? He's the little worm asshole in your faction. Yes, he's got a mean streak in him, but he's also not as physically intimidating. And he's also the fucking guy to eat the pins for your team whenever you lose. Because he is the weakest of the bunch in terms of the guys. Which kind of makes sense why he is, while the weakest guy, wasting his time terrorizing a girl! With the girl of your team!
Poor Mina.
Yes, poor Mina. I'm not saying that this wasn't a good angle. It is a good angle. But if you just tweak it one way or the other, those little tweaks take it from being good to being great. You know, that thing that Tony Khan thinks everything is.
So if it were up to you, you would replace Radio Yuta with someone more credible.
I would replace Wheeler Yuta. Period. No, I'm saying, since Wheeler's in the tag match, yeah?
Yes, he's in the match.
Yeah, have him be the one being like a fucking bully with Mina Shirakawa, because he's a little guy, and he's fucking a coward. But if you're going to fucking intimidate, if you're going to fucking chew them out, fucking include one of the bigger and more intimidating guys!
Here's the thing. I don't think that's going to happen, and I'll tell you why.
You'll tell me why what?
Why Wheeler Yuta has to be in this match.
I know why, because he's the only one with hair.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I said include, as in have on top of, on as well as, in addition to, featuring, including, an appendix, an addendum, an epilogue, a postscript.
Hang on. let me channel my inner Moxley. Nah, those guys are badass. They got this.
No, they don't. One is a little weaselly worm, and the other is using a booby submission hold when no boobies! Seriously. Like, sorry, Maria Shafir is fucking flatter than the state of Kansas.
I love you.
Fucking hell. Tag in. Oh, God. Seriously, look at a topographical map of the state of Kansas and compare it to a topographical map of a pancake. Tell me which one of those has more bumps and grooves in it.
At least her wrestling has gotten better.
Me. I have more bumps than grooves.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
The point I'm making here is, wait, what's this? Oh, that's the next thing, right?
Yeah. That's
Okay. The point I'm making is, yes, this works. Kind of. Just tweak it one way or the other and it'll be great.
All right, so before we move on, let me take a look at the chat. WWE 2K26 is 2000s nostalgia. I wouldn't know, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. As far as we're concerned, 2000 nostalgia for us is WWF No Mercy.
Yep, because we're old.
Yes, we are. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the all right segment of the night. And this is a video package featuring the Babes of Wrath, the current AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions, Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. So, on last week's edition of Dynamite, those two lost to the team of Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford in an eliminator match, which is what the fuck? That's another word that's gotta die. And now, because the Babes of Wrath lost, they have to defend the titles at Grand Slam Australia. And Harley Cameron, I'm sorry, she's trying to look sad, but like her facial expressions do not match her tone, do not match her speech. It's just completely off. Like, she is totally having a hard time because she let the team down because she felt weak. And Willow Nightingale was trying really hard to hype her up like, no, it's okay. We got this. We're going to Australia. You know, we got the titles. We've got the titles. We've got the power. You've got the wrath. And it was just a big rah-rah, like, speech to rally to get fans to rally behind Harley Cameron and to get them to rally behind the Babes of Wrath by extension.
Okay, so wait, so Harley was she was delivering the dialogue as being sad and being depressed and everything.
She was being sad, and Willow Nightingale and her facial
but her facial expression did not
match up. Yeah, and then Willow Nightingale tried to cheer her up and tried to hype her up.
But she's already cheered up. She's just sad while cheered up.
Yeah,
she's very bad at it.
Yeah.
Come on, you can do this.
I know Harley Cameron is trying. She's obviously getting a lot better anytime she's in the ring, but I don't know. This promo just leaves a lot to be desired. I just hope that they don't lose the titles to Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. That would fucking suck.
Oh, Lord. That would suck.
All right. Now, before we get to the main event, let's talk about the honorable mention, which is something that I briefly touched on during Juan's hot tag, and it was the trios match.
Holla, holla, holla.
It's another round between the Death Riders versus the Don Callis family. This time they mixed it up. Representing the Don Callis family, you have Konosuke Takeshita, Josh Alexander, and Mark Davis taking on the team of Pac, the AEW Continental Champion Jon Moxley, and the CMLL Heavyweight Champion Claudio Castagnoli.
See what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Like, any one of those guys could have fucking done it. Even fucking Pac. And Pac is their manlet.
No. This was honestly a really, really cool match to watch. Like, the only difference is, like, in this match, they swapped out Daniel Garcia for Claudio, and then the bad guy side, they swapped out El Clone for Mark Davis. Like, yeah, it's rinse and repeat. It's basically the same match, but it's a lot better than the first trios encounter last week on Dynamite.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Now let's do this. Let's get to the main event because I've been wanting to talk about this. Holy shit, I'm so excited to talk about this.
Okay, but in all honesty, like I said, either Claudio or Moxley, and it would have been fine.
Or Pac.
Or even Pac. Jesus Christ. Pac is more intimidating.
Folks, the main event has arrived. It's a round 2 Electric Boogaloo for the AEW Women's World Championship in a strap match as the defending champion, the Cosmic Killer, I say in parentheses, Chris Statlander, takes on the Toxic Spider, Tekla.
All right, tell us all about it.
So remember how I said on last week's Wrestle Rewind how Chris Statlander has teased us about a stipulation in her not so charismatic way? So on the Saturday edition of Collision, as she was about to announce it, she got jumped by the Triangle of Madness, including Tekla, and Chris Statlander, after being beaten up, got back on her feet and challenged Tekla to a strap match.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like you got like that's gonna be fucking crazy.
It is. Now,
so, if y'all don't know, it's exactly what it sounds like. Mother of fuck. It's like you're strapped to each other with what? How long is a 10-foot long fucking like leather strap?
Yeah, about 10 foot long. That's a good estimate.
And yeah, and it's pinfall or like touch the four corners.
No, pinfall or submission.
Okay.
You win by pinfall or submission. There's no disqualification. There's no countouts. And yeah, you are tied to each other until the end of the match. And
I thought the strap match was the same as like with like the Texas Bull Rope match. You know?
No. Now that being said, and yes, of course, this goes without saying, the strap itself can be used as a weapon. And according to Bryan Danielson, who was on commentary this week, not Taz, I don't know why, Bryan Danielson pointed out that apparently, and take his word for it or not, that is the same brown strap that was used in Bryan's match against Ricky Saints at All Out 2022.
All right, well, good. I guess they're recycling material.
I guess, yeah.
But like, no, like, I could have sworn, or is it just like a Texas bull rope match where you got to touch the four corners?
It's not.
No, I'm asking you. When it comes to like those four corner matches, is it only the Texas bull rope one where you do that?
I think so. I think that's more of a WWE stipulation.
No, they had it in like WCW. They had it in NWA shit.
Yeah, and WWE adopted it. AEW, they didn't.
But you'd think AEW wanting to, co-opt the legacy of all these other promotions that did bigger and better shit that Tony Khan's literally cosplaying as, you'd think that he would try to adopt the four corner touching the ring bouncing.
But the sickos wouldn't want that one. You gotta think of the sickos.
Oy.
Ow!
Cut it out.
You mean the sycophants?
Yeah, those two.
Yeah. So the bell rings, and of course Tekla punishes Chris Statlander in the first half of the main event. Like, Chris Statlander was holding off well on her own until Tekla pulled the strap, forcing Chris Statlander to go headfirst into the steel steps at ringside, causing this that giant gusher on her face. Chris Statlander was entire face was red. Although I would speculate that was more of a gigging spot because the camera cut away from that and they cut to Tekla flipping her off. Okay. So I think that was more of a gigging thing. But anyways,
it's clearly a gig job. Shit. I'm over here thinking, God. I hope that these ladies still have makeup by the time they're done with tonight's show. Got Aubrey Edwards with too much eye makeup. You got Tekla with too much eye makeup.
Tekla looks great.
You got Chris Statlander with too much eye makeup. Oh, wait a minute. That's her blood.
Yeah, she's sporting that crimson mask real stylish.
I need an adult.
Juan, you are an adult.
Don't remind me, okay?
Anyways, so continuing with this match, nothing is stopping Tekla right now, and Tekla has been throughout the match part of throughout the majority of the match, Chris Statlander has been mounting zero offense. Tekla has been taking her time, pretty much just whipping Chris Statlander around with the strap, punishing her, strangling her, and the fans were eating it up. And then Chris Statlander finally was able to regain her strength. She was able to counter a move from the top turnbuckle and turn it into a tombstone piledriver, but Tekla was able to kick out after two.
Oh my God.
And in the middle of Chris Statlander's comeback, she tried to hit more signature moves, but then out comes Julia Hart and Sky Blue to run interference. I don't know why referee Aubrey Edwards was stopping them from interfering, since the match is no disqualification. Yeah, unless there was disqualification. Yeah, no, there isn't. And then what's her face? Then Chris Statlander. Yep. And then this was enough for the distraction was long enough for Tekla to rally, hit Chris Statlander with a spear, and then poorly tie Chris Statlander's hands with the strap. As you can see, is not tied really well. And then Tekla hits the stomp on Statlander to pin and win. Your winner and new AEW Women's World Champion, the Toxic Spider, Tekla.
Okay.
Holy shit! The fucking Toxic Spider has arrived. Finally.
Okay, this is cool, but I have one question.
What's up?
What did Chris Statlander do to piss Tony Khan off this hard?
Well, this is just purely speculation, but there's two sides. No. There's two sides. Now, I don't remember the exact details, but Chris Statlander was recently interviewed in a podcast where she made some comments that were very unfavorable against AEW. first she made some comments about fans complaining about women bleeding, to which she made a remark saying like, okay, listen, women bleed once a month, okay? So that's already a thing. So what are you complaining about? And number two,
she's got a point there.
And number two, she feels like she's not being respected even after winning the AEW Women's World title.
Which she isn't. Look at the way she got dog walked in this fucking match.
Now, as for Tekla, Tekla was recently interviewed in Talk Is Jericho by, Chris Jericho, who's happy, by the way, taking his vacation.
Tekla, baby.
No. He's
invented Tekla.
Watch it. It's okay. He's happily he's happily enjoying his vacation away from wrestling, which is good. And they started and then Tekla was speaking positively about Tony Khan and positively about AEW. So, if you were Tony Khan, which direction do you think you're going to go for?
So you mean to tell me it is literally these one lady speaking her mind, the other lady's verbally slob-knobbing the boss.
Like I
who
said,
happens to be an easily flatterable man-child.
Like I said, that is just my theory. But in my personal opinion, I think it's just a simple fact that Tekla's a bigger star than Chris Statlander.
Tekla just got there to AEW. For fuck's sake, Chris Statlander is a fucking staple for these guys. She's one of the few originals of AEW remaining in that fucking promotion. You would think that would gain her a bit of fucking respect, but apparently they don't fucking respect her.
They don't fucking respect her, and more to the point, we've talked about this before. Chris Statlander still has room for improvement as far as she goes, but Tekla, she's ready. I have seen her promos from her years in World Wrestling Stardom. She has the presence, she has the aura, she has the experience. She's great on the microphone. She knows how to talk people into the building. She knows how to cut promos. And she's also she also has this level of intensity anytime she's in the ring, and she is also marketable. You could actually print a lot of money with Tekla.
In other words, Chris Statlander is a professional wrestler, and Tekla is a sports entertainer.
Shit! I apologize.
Sorry, honey, that was loud.
Fuck you, sickos!
Which is ironic because Tekla actually made some unfavorable comments against WWE, saying that she doesn't like she doesn't like the idea of being told what to do. She doesn't do well with authority. But I think that's just her.
That's her being in character.
That's her being in character.
In other words, she's sports entertaining.
Yes, she is. She's a master of the game.
You fuckers are so easy to work. Why do you think I don't respect the sickos? Why do you think I don't respect Tony Khan? I don't give two squirts of piss if this guy has an infinity $billion. He still acts like a fucking virgin, sexless loser who thinks cooties are icky and gross until the crazy cool hot girl says nice things about him. Kind of like Mercedes Money does. You mean to tell me this fucking guy doesn't fucking fall for flattery like an idiot? Like a fucking loser? Like a sexless wimp who doesn't have a fucking spine or self-respect of his own? And you want me to respect that? Never! Not in a million fucking years! There isn't enough money in the world to make me respect that kind of fucking man. Fuck that guy.
But I do respect the new champion.
Notice how I am not really saying anything derogatory about Tekla herself.
Oh, no, of course not. In fact, I even sent you a couple of her videos.
That's not even it. I'm not arguing that at all. At all. I'm not arguing that she's got the looks.
The guy in the comments saying, tell her to step on you with her feet. Tell Tekla to step on you.
No. This was during the promo, during my hot tag.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, but for real. She's got the look.
Yeah, she does. And, of course, the entire episode of AEW Dynamite closes off with the Triangle of Madness, all celebrating in this incredible title victory.
Okay, so Julia Hart and Sky Blue showed up. They're celebrating their homegirl, Tekla. becoming the new AEW Women's World Champion.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Tony Khan does make nerds look bad. Yeah.
Wait, but you said... Oh, he said Tony D. Like, why is... Tony D... Or do you mean Tony D?
No, he doesn't mean Tony D'Angelo.
Then why do you say Tony D?
He was trying to type in does. I can tell.
I relate...
Context clues,
I relate
pal.
to... Oh, okay.
I relate to Tony D. Girls took advantage of me. All right, well, I'm sorry about that, Mr. Quake. I've been taken advantage of by girls too, as well. Tony D lacked a backbone.
You could say Tony Khan.
What? Yeah, why do you keep saying Tony D?
Yeah, just say Tony Khan. It's fine. It's not a sin.
No,
Jeez.
for real. Like,
But apparently it's a sin to speak badly about AEW because otherwise you'll lose your title.
apparent fucking Lee.
But again, like I
Congratulations
said,
to Tekla
it is
and-
just a theory. I'm just giving you something to
film
think.
theory.
I'm just giving you something to think about.
God almighty.
Exactly, could be bunnies. Now, let's go ahead and get over to this week's edition of TNA Impact. This is their final TV taping on over in Albuquerque, New Mexico, before they make their way over to Nashville, Tennessee for No Surrender.
Yeehaw.
Ooh! That was a great belch. So, coming fresh out of his return on last week's main event segment, we get the in-ring promo kicking off from Moose.
Yay.
Moose is back, and Moose is furious at his former brother-in-arms, the System. He's furious at the betrayal, at being replaced by Bear Bronson, who was barely seen on AEW Dark. And that last part was just a joke on me. So, no, it's okay, Mr. Craig. We know you meant Tony Khan. Tony D'Angelo would never, ever make us nerds look bad.
No,
He
for
would,
real.
he would hurt us, but he wouldn't make us look bad. Actually, no, he would make us look bad by hurting us. So, Moose gets on the mic. He's cutting a babyface promo. He's coming after the System. And then during his promo, he is joined in the ring by the TNA World Champion, Mike Santana.
Oh, he's got backup.
Mike Santana's got backup, and Mike Santana is bringing in more backup as they're joined. I only have a picture of these two, unfortunately, but they were joined by the TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff, and they've challenged the System to an 8-man tag team match for the main event, and they're looking forward to they're looking forward to putting a hurting on the System. So it was a good rally promo, rally the team, get the team hyped up, make it clear what they're gonna do, that kind of promo. It's pretty good.
Okay, I get it. All right, that's cool, and I'm glad to see that Moose is cashing in the chips of respect and fucking at least fucking having some form of battling camaraderie with other guys in the TNA roster. So
Tony Khan worse than Triple H better than Tony Khan. You know what? Right now they're both bad at their jobs.
No, they're both just like what the fuck at their jobs.
Yeah. All right. Now let's get over to the exciting match of the night, and this was silly as balls, and I enjoyed every minute of it. It is an Albuquerque street fight. And it is an intergender Albuquerque street fight as Ryan Nemeth, the Hollywood hunk, takes on Mara Sade.
Oh my god, they're still at it. This is the fucking anything you can do, I can do better shit.
Pretty much. And
Okay.
one of the things I was thinking about when I saw this, I'm like, wait, there's streets in Albuquerque?
Yes, there are streets in Albuquerque, Jose.
Because they're
not everything
a
happens
desert.
in the desert. Just because you saw that one scene from Breaking Bad doesn't mean that's the entirety of the geography of
I'm being ridiculous.
Albuquerque.
I know. I'm being ridiculous. So yeah, after last week's one-upsmanship, I can't say one-upsmanship between
one-upsmanship is the actual correct term.
I know. After last week's one-upsmanship between these two, they're finally squaring off. And the one thing I will give credit to Ryan Nemeth for is sporting this shirt. A callback to Andy Kaufman.
Women's wrestling champion of the world. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me?
I can't believe he did that.
Oh my god. No.
That is funny as shit.
No.
And folks, Juan's going to present to you a photo for reference. Because I'm pretty sure you can find it in there. So, there it is. Oh my god.
Oh, not that photo. This one. This is the photo you
Oh my
want.
god. Yes. With his chest bolstered out like this. Holy shit. Andy Kaufman, one of the greatest TV personalities slash comedians slash sports entertainers back in the 70s and 80s. This is the shirt. This is Andy Kaufman right here.
Yep. The man, the myth, the legend, the original intergender wrestling champion of the world. Andy, I'm firing my agent Kaufman.
Oh my god.
The fucking nerve of Ryan Nemeth to do a callback to Andy fucking Kaufman.
That was brilliant. That was fucking brilliant.
Oh, Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? Hey, baby.
Now, of
Are
course,
you losing
Ryan Nemeth.
touch?
Now, getting back to the street fight.
you believe.
Ryan Nemeth and Marche were squaring off, and of course, this is a street fight. What weapons are legal? No disqualification. Anything goes.
Lazy booking.
Yeah. Ryan Nemeth, of course, not only did he try to get the early advantage on during the match, but he's completely undermining his opponent while showboating to the crowd how much of a more superior athlete he is compared to Mara Sade. Mara Sade, of course, had her answer in the form of kendo sticks and lollipops instead of thumbtacks.
No, those are just any lollipops. Those are dum-dums.
Oh.
Those are the little dum-dum lollipops. Imagine getting dropped. Imagine getting dropped on a pile of those. That's gonna fucking suck. I don't give a damn.
I was gonna say, where are they ranking the pain-o-meter? Because there's thumbtacks, there's glass, there's Legos, there's cell phones.
They were up there. They're up there.
I mean, hell.
I don't have to be dropped on. I don't have to be dropped on a pile of thumbtacks to know that I don't want to.
I mean, hell,
Drop on a pile of
during the
thumbtacks.
Hell in a Cell match between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, didn't they bring in a bag full of like pieces of
beads?
And
yeah.
they used it as a
fucking
weapon, or
beads
no?
because the fucking thing. They're like, I'm gonna make you eat these beads because fucking were they Charms lollipops or were they fucking dum dums?
From this view, they look like dum dums.
Hang on a minute. They.
I was gonna say, why don't you just zoom in on the picture?
Well, let me see if I can over here while I'm searching. I'm also.
There we go. Take a closer
Nope,
look.
those are dum dums.
Those are dum dums, Hobie.
Sorry, I recognize these wrappings from a mile away. Sorry.
Ooh, which one of them is the mystery flavor?
I
I think it's a blue one.
No, the blue ones are blue raspberries. You see this one over here?
Yeah.
On the corner?
Yeah.
These two, they kind of look like they have pink and yellow in it.
That's got to be the
That's
mystery.
the one that says mystery because the yellow is question mark.
But no, Mara Sade took control of the match, dropped Ryan Nemeth onto the lollipops, and she started swinging away with the kendo sticks on Ryan Nemeth. Ryan Nemeth, of course, then was able to take control of the match once again. Tries to lock in the... actually, no. Before she did that, Mara Sade taking a page off of the ECW hardcore legend, the Sandman, and used the kendo stick to hit the White Russian leg sweep, but Ryan Nemeth was able to kick out after 2. The Sandman would be proud of you. Just don't go bashing her head with beer cans. It's very painful.
No, he wouldn't be proud of her because she failed.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't win the match with it.
No,
With
she
the
didn't
White
win the
Russian.
match. No, sadly not. But...
Oh, you were joking. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were. No, well, I could have thought that those were Charms lollipops too. The Charms blow pops, with the bubble gum in it. But no, those are the Who's-Its. Those are the Dum Dums. Yeah, no, we're not mad at you, Mr. Quake. Don't sweat it.
All right. Now, getting back to the action here. I got more photos, Juancho.
Oh God,
We
If I
got
was
too
a wrest-
distracted with candy.
I know, what the fuck?
Anyways, so, actually, no, that was the only photo I could grab because TNA was pee-pee when it comes to photos. But at the end of it all, Mara Sade hit the super kick onto Ryan Nemeth to pin and win. Your winner, Mara Sade. I really would have wished she would have won with the Lita moonsault, but that's just me.
I know, that would have been nice, too. Like, okay, this is clearly meant to be a comedy match. This was clearly meant to be, this is it for shits and giggles. We're not going to take it seriously. We're not going to take it too hard.
But the fans were in on it.
That's because you make it fun.
Hells yeah,
You
man.
can have the shit be fun. God damn it. What the hell's wrong with y'all over when it comes to mixed tag matches over at WWE? What the fuck, man?
Now, let's get over to the exciting segment, and it is a video package featuring one of the greatest musicians to ever grace the squared circle. It's time to walk with Elijah.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh,
We're gonna walk
shit.
with Elijah!
So first they showed a video package of what happened last week where Mustafa Ali hit one of the newcomers to the TNA Knockouts division with a tombstone pile driver and sidelined her with an injury, as reported by Bioflex, which is so stupid. Elijah, then the video cuts over to Elijah, and he's in a darkened room, single lit room, I think. I'm trying to remember. And we hear a little bit of his guitar playing, and he sounds so sinister, and he sounds like so dark when he's not singing any tunes. But it was a great promo where he addresses Mustafa Ali and the Order 4 as his enemies. And his promo is pretty straightforward. He's coming for revenge. He's going to avenge his fallen partner, and he's coming to get his pound of flesh from Mustafa Ali.
God damn. Okay, so he's putting into actual serious business mode.
Oh,
no,
yes.
This is a problem.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sade, Javon Evans, and Leon Slater as Black Team Extreme. That would be cool.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right. Now let's get over. Now the good news is there weren't any bad matches or any boring matches to actually talk about over at this week's TNA.
Really?
Yeah, no. Weird, isn't it?
Nothing boring, nothing bad, nothing mid?
Nope. But now that being said, speaking of mid, I do want to talk about this segment here, and this one is a segment featuring the world-class maniac Eric Young.
Why are we pushing Eric Young?
So Eric Young is still on his crusade to cleanse TNA, whatever that means, and last week he made a proposal to YouTube sensation / professional wrestler BDE, and he wanted BDE to join him and to acknowledge that he was right. So BDE got into the ring, and he acknowledges what Eric Young has been saying, that, there's too much, the TNA needs to be cleansed. There's too much crap going on with politics and stuff. And BDE pretty much agreed to disagree. BDE rejected Eric Young's offer to join him and to acknowledge that he's right.
Right, they had a match.
Nope,
didn't
they didn't have a match, but Eric Young did pay for his defiance in the form of a spike pile driver in the middle of the ring.
You mean BDE paid for his defiance?
BDE paid for his defiance, that's what I meant. And then Eric Young got crazy and ballistic, and he started attacking other people, other referees, other officials, and then he stormed backstage, and it looks like he was about to be escorted out of the building. Santino Marella was furious at this point, and he was going to throw him out of the building, but then they were stopped by Daria Ray, the Suit, which is still the worst thing you can call her.
But what does she always wear as Sonya Deville?
A suit.
So that means, and if she's an authority figure here, what do people who are like in the corporate structure wear?
Suits. I get your point. Shut up! That doesn't mean I have to like it.
You're not supposed to like it. She's a suit.
And it's flat. Anyways, so Daria Ray showed up and overrode Santino Marella's decision into suspending Eric Young and throwing him out of the building. And instead, Eric Young is going to be participating in a match at No Surrender tonight.
Fuck.
Fuck indeed. And Daria pretty much told Santino to pretty much check yourself, check your attitude, and before walking away from him.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, it's great to see Santino Marella getting neutered in front of everybody.
I mean, Santino kind of gets his wins in there too, you know?
Yeah, sometimes. Now, before we get over to the main event, like I said, there was nothing bad. That happened. There were no bad matches in TNA Impact, and this is one of the good matches that actually deserves to be briefly discussed. And this one is a one-on-one match between Nick Nemeth and Rich Swann. And this one was actually really good. Rich Swann actually proved that he can actually hang with one of the best in-ring technicians in all of wrestling history. Like, okay. Like, I had my opinion soured on him in the past because of his wrongdoings outside of the ring, but at least he's showing he's trying to, go legit. He's trying to stay clean, and the fact that he could last this long against Nick Nemeth, that's proof that he's trending in the right direction.
That's always good. That's always good notation of how much trust someone has in a wrestler, especially if they've fallen off as hard as he did.
Exactly, and also how far he's willing to go to better himself, not just as a wrestler, but also as a person. So I'll give credit to that. Of course, Nick Nemeth won the match, thus keeping his momentum strong heading into No Surrender.
All right, here we go. Okay, well, good on him. Well done, Rich Swann.
And now let's talk about the main event.
Seems to have matured, unlike Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
Rich Swann seems to have matured.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, the Dream has no memory of that, so he has no reason to mature.
Ha! So, let's talk about the 8-man tag team match as hyped up in the As hyped up earlier in this on the show. It is the team of the newly formed System, Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, Bear Bronson, and Cedric Alexander versus the TNA World Tag Team Champions Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys, the TNA World Champion Mike Santana, and Moose.
Nice. All right. Let's see how well these guys work together here.
All right, so it's also important to point out that Alicia Edwards is supporting Moose on the babyface side.
That's because she's disappointed in her husband being all traitorous and stuff.
I know. So as we start the match off, the baby faces of the team, the Hardy Boys, start by putting the System to the test. They hit their trademark moves before Matt Hardy is tagged in, and Matt Hardy starts hitting the deletion turnbuckle post hits on every member of the System, which looks silly, but the fans love it. And then as we continue with the match, we see Mike Santana delivering a super kick to Bear Bronson to keep the momentum going. And Matt Hardy, he tried to go for the twist of fate early, but then he was cut off by the System, and throughout the rest of the match, the System kept Matt Hardy away from tagging in his other tag partners, and shit's not looking good for the Broken One.
Oh no, poor Matt. What's he ever gonna do?
Yeah, no, Matt Hardy is getting worked over from all the guys of the System. Eventually, he does get the hot tag into Mike Santana, and the other babyfaces start joining in. The babyfaces start mounting a comeback against the System. Everything seems to be looking fine and dandy. Jeff Hardy goes to the top rope. He tries to hit a swanton bomb. There's Jeff Hardy right now, and I don't know what Jeff Hardy's doing. That looks very weird.
I know that's a submission hold. It's like he's got the guy's back straddled over his knee, and he's pushing down on him that way.
That's a weird thing, but you know what? It's cool.
That's good.
It looks cool.
Nothing wrong with switching up your repertoire.
Yeah. And in the final seconds of the match, Jeff Hardy goes over to the top rope. He tries to go for the Swanton Bomb, but then he was countered. Bear Bronson then delivers his finishing move onto Jeff Hardy, and he secures the pin for his team. Your winners, the System.
Boo! How dare they? And Moose isn't avenged and stuff. No, this is terrible and things because fucking what the hell?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't buy this new version of the System as a big threat anymore. I feel like a lot of the star power was in Moose's hands. I mean, come on, Moose stood out as the de facto leader of the group.
Yeah, but then they had to go all, we don't have leaders in the group.
I know. It's
which
so
was kind of,
yeah, I know. Like, it's not as bad as when the Judgment Day excommunicated Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley.
Like, literally, the 2 of the 3 founding members of Judgment Day. The only reason why the third one isn't there is because he's coped out.
He's enjoying his vacation, too.
He's coping.
He's coping in his vacation. Anyways.
Coping.
Anyway, so that's going to do it. Juancho, ring the bell, please.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay, so everyone enjoyed the Albuquerque street fight. It was a lot of fun. Mara Sade was definitely the right person to win, and it was a lot of...
Of course she's the right person to win. I was like, are you really going to cheer against the girl when she's being, freaking... like trying to get dabbed on by
but it would have been
by the most nepotism motherfucker on the planet.
But it also would have been funny, aka also effed up if Ryan Nemeth found a way to cheat and win. Like either way, it would have been
a street fight. They're already cheating. She used lollipops on him. What the fuck else is he gonna do? What is he going to do? Is he going to fucking like try to make him a sandwich or something? What the fuck, Jose?
Use your imagination.
Or a potato peeler, like go to the kitchen and peel the potatoes, bitch.
Use your imagination.
You can't nut shot her.
Anyways, no, the street fight was fun. The 8-man tag team match was pretty good. And overall, it was just a solid pay-per-view event, a good go-home show for No Surrender. Now, this week's edition of AEW Dynamite, this is one of the few times where they actually got it right. It was awesome. It was great. Great opening promo for Kenny Omega and Swerve. An incredible main event with Tekla finally being crowned as the AEW Women's World Champion. I loved it. And I loved the match between Ciampa and Kyle Fletcher. I would have loved it even more if Ciampa didn't have to drop the TNT title.
But he did, so...
Yeah, I know. Now, me and Juan, of course, we have our own difference in opinions when it comes to not the match, the tag match with Orange Cassidy itself, but the post-match angle with Mina Shirakawa getting her hair chopped off. Like, I was basically just looking at it, just be like, "Oh no!" But
my poor bae. She's not your bae.
I know, but no, everything else was pretty solid. Like, this is one of the few instances.
I mean, my poor boobies. I mean, my boobies. I mean, boobs. Fuck. I mean,
boobies.
Fuck yeah, no.
This is actually
Let's
one
not
of the
lie.
few
That's what was going in your head.
This is one of the few times where AEW actually got it right.
I still think that if you had Claudio or Moxley, like fucking, like doing the like running like being the traffic coordinator for Mina Shafir and fucking Marina Shafir and fucking Wheeler Yuta, it would have felt a little bit more dangerous because Wheeler Useless does not intimidate any fucking body.
Yeah, but they're not in the hair versus hair match.
It doesn't fucking matter if they're in the hair versus hair match. These guys are all Death Riders. Let the fucking Death Riders be part of the angles with the other Death Riders. That's the whole thing about the Death Riders fucking...
I know. Trust me.
Jesus
You're into a hot
Christ.
tag. Let's chill. Now, this week's edition of WWE NXT, I love the tag team main event where Sol Ruka got the win. Joe Hendry is, of course, staying strong as the NXT champion, which is awesome. I am not a fan of the use of AI slop for Tatum Paxley. Like, they don't have to go balls to the wall, but I'm pretty sure they could have come up with other ideas for a video package with Tatum, or just have Tatum just cut a video of her own, like backstage, just talk to in front of the camera. That would have been just fine. This was a fine NXT show. Like, it was good this week. It wasn't great, but it was good. I'll give it that. Now, just a reminder, folks, we're not going to be streaming at all this Saturday. This Saturday, we're not doing Los Amigos Play nor the Ravens Flop because we are going to be taking a little bit of a break. So we want to wish all of you right now happy Friday the 13th and also happy Valentine's Day to all of you folks. If you have anything, if you have something,
K-Storm and I get to celebrate. It's our anniversary.
Yes. And you know what? If you have folks out there, whether it's a friend or a significant other or a family member or your pet, then you know what? Do something special for them. do something awesome for them for this year. You know, spend some time with them, even if it's just that. It doesn't have to be grandiose. You don't have to spend a lot of money to go out on a cruise or something. Just quality time with them is more than enough. Now, that being said, we will, as far as video gaming goes, we will return next weekend, and we will continue the playthrough of Sonic Frontiers on Los Amigos Play, which we stream every Saturday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on YouTube and Kick. And of course, of course, let's not forget we have Wrestle Rewind. Just a reminder for those who haven't been showing up on the live chat lately. This is our new time slot. Friday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. If you enjoy our banter tonight, then you'll enjoy it every Friday night. But of course, before we get to that, we do have another show on Wednesday night. Juancho?
And that would be my program, The Black Files, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. And just like how in this past Wednesday night on the Black Files, we went ahead and had ourselves a nice little techie discussion because on here we actually talk about stuff that's harder in the world of nerd and geek culture. We discussed the new updates to Discord where they're going to be doing age verification either through a crappy AI model or their crappy give us your ID fucking rulings that they're going to have you do in order for you to access features on Discord, and how
still messed up.
Yeah, and how people are freaking pissed off at this because after back in October last year when Discord got one of their partners got hacked and 70,000 fucking IDs were fucking stolen and fucking taken and fucking crept out of the fucking world. Yeah, no fucking thank you. Fucking the folks over on Discord have a long ways to go in order to try to fix this shit. But if you do like the being able to have long form discussions on singular topics that skew on the darker side of nerd and geek culture, then request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube and Kick for The Black Files.
And of course, tune into our main show, the number one show on our channel, The Ravens Flock, which is every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick. Join me and my motley crew of nerds as we talk about the latest news and topics circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a slow week, a busy week, or even a dead week, no matter how ridiculous the Death Riders look and trying to be intimidating, there's always something to talk about, and we'll be here to share with each and every one of you. Now, of course, like I said, we'll be back to streaming next Saturday. Guys, enjoy your weekend. Juan Arouse, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casabona, as he reviews for you the best of the worst of three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Step into the ring every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content, become a nerd and vlogger by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. For Mr. Juan Arouse and K-Storm, I am Jose Casabona, and happy Valentine's Day.